So hello everyone. Let's take our next question. Which among the following is not a part of the primary survey? So the options are CECT extended fast, pelvic X-ray and the chest X-ray. So let's try to understand the primary survey first, right? So we have the ATLS protocol, which is basically given to us. Treat a patient with a trauma, right? So it basically categorizes the whole scheme of treatment into two parts. Like one is the primary survey, another is a secondary survey. Now in the primary survey, uh, we try to identify any life-threatening injuries, followed by we try to treat that life-threatening injuries. So this is the basic aim of the uh, primary survey. So while in the primary survey there is a ABCDE approach has been there. Okay, A for airway, B for breathing, C for circulation, D for disability, and E for exposure. Now in the recent ATLS guideline, they basically include the C, and C means control of life-threatening hemorrhage, and this control of life-threatening hemorrhage is basically given the priority above of airway. Okay, so now it has been A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so here first of all you have to control the life-threatening hemorrhage, followed by you have to go for the airway and the cervical spine stabilization. Then you have the breathing and ventilation assessment, followed by circulation and hemorrhage control. And then there is a disability. So in the disability segment, we try to get the idea regarding the neurological status. Followed by there is a exposure of the patient and thorough clinical examination and proper environmental control is supposed to be done. So this is your primary survey in a nutshell. Now let's try to understand. While evaluating a patient for the primary survey, there is a few important clinical tools is there. But apart from that, there is also availability of the some important imaging and the diagnostic tool as well. Okay. Now the key factor for this imaging and the diagnostic tool are they are not very much time consuming. This is the number one. And the number two thing that is we can resuscitate the patient simultaneously while doing this test. Okay, so here the first test that comes in our mind, that is the eFAST, which is a extended focused assessment sonography in trauma, right? Now it basically identifies the free fluid inside the peritoneum as well as free fluid inside the thorax. Also it will help us to identify the pneumothorax as well. Okay, then we have the chest X-ray, which able to assess any possible thoracic life-threatening injuries. So that includes flail chest, so that includes pneumothorax, hemothorax as well, right? Then also we have the pelvic X-ray. So in the pelvic X-ray, there is a pelvic fracture which can be detected through this X-ray. Apart from that, there is a major cause of hemorrhage that can also be diagnosed through this. Now let's try to understand CECT. So CECT is not being a part of the primary survey. Why? Because your CTs can basically time consuming test. This is the number one. And it basically required a proper stabilization. So you can do the CECT of whole abdomen or thorax, whatever it is, in a patient of trauma once the patient is stabilized. Otherwise you can't, right? So that's why it has been categorized under the secondary survey or under the definitive management phase. Okay, so that's why CECT is not being included in the primary survey. Okay, because it is unsuitable for immediate life-threatening assessment. Okay, it takes time. So that's why here in this question, your answer is going to be CECT, right? CECT.